Death benefit disputes can be extremely unpleasant and costly, meaning everything should be done to avoid them. Laura Hanrahan from Hall and Wilcox Lawyers is with me to discuss some strategies that can be used to lessen this type of risk. Hi, Laura. Thanks for joining me. It's great to see you.
Thanks for having me. It's lovely to be here.
Okay, when we look at this issue, how important are enduring powers of attorney?
Well, the short answer is vital. And the longer explanation of that is if you're a member of an SMSF and you don't have an enduring power of attorney, you risk the non-compliance of the fund. And in a worst case scenario, if you lost capacity, you may have to roll out of that SMSF environment.
And a lot of the time we talk about two member funds, but sometimes there are single member funds, and I suppose this can create an extra complication. If we're dealing with one of those funds, what can be done?
Single member funds are good in that you potentially reduce the risk of disputes between members or in control of a fund with more than one member. But single member funds, particularly where people insist on having individual trustees, can create some additional headaches. And there are a number of cases where individual trustees of sole member funds have ended up in litigation and ultimately probably not with death benefits paid where the deceased intended.
Well, that doesn't sound like a very good outcome. Now, a lot of discussions these days focus on the successor director arrangements. Can you give us a little bit of an insight into how that works?
I'm a huge advocate for successor director appointments, particularly in an SMSF trustee company. They are a fantastic tool to ensure that when we have incapacity or death of a member and a director of a trustee company, that we don't fall foul of those of the member director or member trustee rules. So we have an automatic succession, which is built into the constitution of the trustee company so that we have that continuity and we don't risk non-compliance.
That sounds very prudent to me. Another thing on the rise these days seems to be blended families. And of course, that adds another layer of complication to estate planning. But what sort of strategies can be employed to deal with situations like that?
Yeah, there's a number of strategies that we commonly use to deal with the types of issues that come up in blended families. And it depends what the focus of, the husband and wife is, and assuming that the first step is that there will be a survivor, and are they more focused on ensuring that they get the best tax outcome for their death benefit payment, or are they more focused on ensuring that each of their member balances, you know, go off to their own children and own family members? So it just depends on what their focus is, and then we can tailor a strategy that works for them.
Okay, well, thanks very much for those insights, Laura.
Thanks for having me. It's been enjoyable.
Laura will be discussing this subject in greater detail at the SMSF Professionals Day 2026, co-hosted by Self-Managed Super and Accurium. It's a three-city roadshow event kicking off in Sydney on the 19th of May and concluding in Brisbane on the 25th of May. There will also be an online component. To find out more about the event and register, please reference the details you can see on your screen right now. Well, thanks again, Laura, for the most informative discussion that we just had, and I look forward to hearing more about it at the SMSF Professionals Day.
Excellent. Thank you for having me.